Thank you, Senator, and good morning, everybody. My name is John Hale with the Hale Group. My wife, Terry, and I are advocates for older Iowans generally and for those needing long-term care services specifically. All Iowans in nursing homes, all Iowans, deserve a life of dignity. They all deserve high-quality services all the time, not for some of the time. Number two, Iowa taxpayers deserve to get their money's worth. Their investment of $800 million annually in the Iowa nursing home industry, I repeat, $800 million annually in the Iowa nursing home industry, should produce consistently good results for residents and their families. Based on these two beliefs, how is Iowa doing? We give it a grade of F. It's failing. Exhibit A for that grade is this: a special report in the Quad City Times on abuse and neglect, done in 1996, 27 years ago. Most of that reporting was done by cub reporter Clark Kaufman, who joins us here today. But stories from 27 years ago about neglect and abuse, stories that are still being written today and are more frequent and worse than in 1996. Current stories about resident deaths, about resident sexual assault, about head-shaking abuse and neglect. Our question: where's the outrage? Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage from legislators? Where's the outrage from the governor, from leaders of state agencies, from prosecutors, or from the good apples in the nursing home industry that are tarred by the bad apples? I can tell you this: we're seeing and hearing more outrage from the public than ever before. They are asking, what's going on? Why is this happening? What's being done about it? Where does all the money go? Why doesn't it produce better care? Why do workers get paid so little? Why do so many workers leave their nursing home jobs? Here are a couple examples of issues important to residents and taxpayers that we've been asking for years with no answers and no action. First, why does state government routinely spend tens of millions of tax dollars annually to pay for turnover of frontline employees in nursing homes? Turnover that averages well over 60% every year. Turnover that produces less quality of care for nursing home residents. Why is that? Number two, why does state government allow nursing homes to routinely operate in a consistent short of staff mode and deal with that by contracting with temporary staffing agencies to fill the gaps? The nursing home industry says that they just can't afford to increase wages, can't pay more than the $16 average wage paid for an experienced certified nurse aide, just can't afford it. Yet they can afford to pay a temporary agency over $40 an hour to take the place, for a person to take the place of that employee who was being paid $16 an hour. Now, why is that? High rates of employee turnover and ever-growing use of temporary employees accomplishes nothing good for the resident or for the taxpayer. The resident gets poorer care, delays in response to call lights, a growing incidence of neglect and abuse, a growing feeling of loneliness and depression, and the taxpayer pays more for it. Less quality care at a higher cost. That makes no sense. Bottom line, state government and its leaders have been asleep at the wheel. People in this building should do their job, which is to assure services for vulnerable older Iowans, largely paid for by the Iowa taxpayer, are of consistent high quality. In the next legislative session, it's time to end business as usual. It's time for meaningful oversight. We're pleased that the Senate Democrats are seeking to provide that. We ask their Republican colleagues to join them. Frankly, we expect their Republican colleagues to join them. And why do we expect that? Because a resident of a nursing home doesn't look at their quality of care issues as a Republican or as a Democrat. They look at them through the eyes of an Iowan who's asking for help and who needs results. All who are elected to serve Iowans, be they Republicans or Democrats, should make sure that the resident in a nursing home gets what they're asking for and what they deserve, which simply is help and results. Thank you.